overall then, over the course of things? I mean, is this a track that you feel?
No, this has not been a good track for me. I wouldn't say at all, really. We ran good up here last year, and I wasn't really sure why, to be honest. So we had actually, believe it or not, we had a good test here a month and a half or a couple months ago, whenever it was. Unfortunately, doesn't seem to be helping us much here today.
The change in the tire makes the car seem pretty different than what it was last year.
It does. I mean, but we tested, I think that we tested a tire that was much like what they ended up bringing back, and all the drivers really liked that tire, myself included. I think it was myself, I think Bill and Brad. Yeah. So in my conversation with those guys up here at the test, we were all like, wow, that was bigger than any spoiler change, under wing, whatever thing we've done, was my take. So yeah, it seems like a good direction, for the racing, in my opinion.
You and Hendrick don't do well here, as we've been talking about. Alex Bowman was down. I mean, Kyle Larson was down. He was just trying to talk. His eyes were like thinking, what can we do? What is bad? Then you come in here and you guys are, talking about it. Who is the guy that brings the group up? Like when you have your debrief, it's like, okay, we kind of suck here. Like I'm trying to think of you're also serious, which is why you're good. But I mean, you're the least dejected of the group as I'm visualizing it. Or you cover really well.
Maybe because I've been here more than them recently, but I don't know. I mean, everybody has their own way of going about, bad days or whatever it may be. So the face that you bring in here isn't necessarily a reflection of how hard we're going to work to try to be better. So whether you're smiling, not smiling, mad, not mad, I think we're all going to go work as hard as we can tonight and get ready for the race to make the most of it. So I know that's what I'm going to do, and that's all I can do at this point.
How much faith do you have that in that short of time you guys can pull it back out somewhat? I mean, maybe you're not going to be top of the charts, but or maybe you will. One of you'll win.
That doesn't happen very often. Very, very rarely in my career have I ever, really struggled through practice and a qualifying and just miraculously hit it. I mean, it's happened, but it's pretty few and far between. So, we'll just make the most of it. You never know what tomorrow is going to bring. Looks like there's a pretty good chance of it bringing some rain. But outside of that, I don't know what it's going to bring on track on Monday or tomorrow night or whenever we race. So hopefully better than today, and we can just make the most of whatever we have, whatever's presented to us, and that's all we can do.
Good attitude.
What's perplexing you about what the car is doing or what the track is doing right now?
Lots. I'm just a perplexed person.
So are we.
Join the club.
I stay perplexed. Y'all should know that by now.
How about Pocono? Do you look ahead to Pocono?
Not really. No. No.
Well, you're fun to hang out with.
I know. You should hang out with me and my friends. But no, I don't dislike Pocono. It just hasn't been a great track for me, and I know we got the win there last year, but we didn't win it outright. Would love to run better, and part of the reason why I'm doing the Xfinity race. I want to be better up there. It's a track I just don't think I've done a great job at over the course of my career, and I've been working really hard in some different areas to try to improve, and I thought that was a good opportunity to go and be better at a place that I haven't historically been super comfortable at or had great results. So I am, as much as I've had my hardships with it, I am looking forward to another opportunity to be better. So at least look forward to that, right?
How hard would you say Pocono is to race because of how differently it was made and purposefully, made like that with the corners different, everything. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's I guess it's harder in some ways, but every track has its own challenges, and it's not like Pocono's new either. It's been around. We've all watched 1,000 laps at that place, and I'll probably run about that many now. So yes, it is a little. It is different than most of the tracks that we go to. Some corners reflect similarities of different racetracks across the country that we do visit, so they just happen to be all in one. So I think it's just on the schedule.
How much do you feel like you can take from that Xfinity race?
I hope a lot. I hope I can take a lot. I hope it goes good, and if it goes good, I hope I can take a lot from it. But cars are certainly different. These Cup cars now, I mean, as I think we've all tried to express to y'all, they're very different than the old style car in about every way imaginable, aside from 4 tires and racing on asphalt. So it's just they're just different. But I do think that the more time I've spent with it, I feel like there's been areas that I have not done a great job in the past, that I still don't do a good job in today. And granted, it might have worked out a little more often with the old car or vice versa. I do see some of those trends deep in there somewhere. So I'm hoping to extract some of that and like I said, try to be better.
Back to this weekend, the 24 did make the final round of qualifying. When the team may be kind of off as a whole, would they be running over? Would you guys be running over the 24 to try and see what they found, or is it kind of each team for itself by the time the race weekend happens?
No, I mean we're always leaning on each other, but you're limited as to what you can do. Once you get here. So, and oftentimes you're not just problems aren't solved by just copying somebody else either. At least for me.
I'm always fascinated by the huddle because I never played football.
This is Harrison Burton, driver the number 21. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of these 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.